This video is an adaptation of a video from my Russian language channel. Everything described happened in real life, in Russia. Today, we're going to talk about who the real deceivers are at the beginning of a relationship. Many women claim that men are constantly deceiving them about something, that they seem sweet and caring at first, only to show their true colors later. But let's take a look at how women manipulate men from the very start, and how they present a version of themselves that isn't designed to attract a man honestly, but rather to lure him in. The first lie women often use is lowering their real age. On dating sites, or when meeting in the city, or in any other circumstance, they always try to shave a few years off their actual age. They'll drop 3, 5, or even 10 years to appear more attractive, to make their age more competitive. This is the first deception. Next, almost all women hide their facial imperfections with makeup. To be honest, and please forgive me for being blunt, some of them are so unattractive without makeup that it's hard to even look at them. When she washes it all off and you look at her, she looks like a completely different person. There are countless videos online where women show their true face, and then they transform themselves with cosmetics and become absolute beauties, incredibly beautiful. But if you wash it all away, well, some of them are quite far from that ideal. Forgive the expression, but that's my personal opinion. This is another deception. Many women hide their acne, all sorts of skin blemishes, wrinkles, stretch marks, you name it. Some women even manage to hide scars on their faces. I've seen this myself. They apply a kind of silicone patch, then put makeup over it, and when you see the final result, you can't tell she has any flaws, let alone a scar, even under a bright light. But the female playbook of tricks doesn't end there. Many women who aren't naturally well endowed wear push-up bras, even those who have almost nothing there. With the help of that bra, it seems like she does. So, let's say you're dating her, you go on a few dates, then you get her into bed, and you see there's just a very modest chest next to nothing there. Isn't that a deception? It absolutely is. Many men truly enjoy it when a woman has a full bust. Not all men, but there are fans. Now, imagine he thinks she genuinely has a full chest. He undresses her and discovers it's actually very small. Why did he waste so much time on her if he's not attracted to women with small chests, or where there's practically nothing there? He spent so much time, money, and effort, only to face a genuine disappointment. So now, here's the question. Who among us? I think the answer to that question is obvious. Many women claim that men are the bad ones, but that's not the whole story. Many women will claim, "I've never been married," even though they might have several divorces behind them. They'll say, "I don't have kids," only for you to find out later that she does have children, and maybe not just one or even two. A friend of mine had a similar situation. He met a woman on a dating site. Her profile said, "No children," but it also said, "Wants children." Naturally, he met up with her, they started some kind of relationship, and every time they met, she told him that she had no kids. They dated for 3 months, and then it turns out she has children. Not one, not two, but 3 kids. Can you imagine? She was simply hiding them. When he asked, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you tell me you had kids? That was completely irrational." She told him, "I was worried you wouldn't want to be with me." He replied, "Of course I wouldn't. I'm looking to have my own children, not raise someone else's." Naturally, he broke things off with her. In other words, she wasted so much of his time. He was pointlessly dating a woman who wasn't right for him from the start. She intentionally misled him and took advantage of the situation. I'd love to know what she was hoping for, because the truth always comes out sooner or later. A child isn't a needle you can just hide in a haystack, let alone 3 of them. And these aren't all the female deceptions. They try in every way to deceive a man, to mislead him, to get what they want, what benefits them. And then they accuse men of being dishonest. But are you honest? First, you lie about your age. You hide your flaws with makeup. You wear push-up bras to fake the appearance of a bust that isn't really there. You also constantly hide whether you have children and how many marriages are really in your past. And I'm not even going to get into the number of past partners. I know many women, not because I sought them out, but through friends of friends, and I even have a former classmate who has been with over 200 partners. Can you imagine that? Over 200. That's an enormous number, especially for a woman, and they hide this too. They'll say you were the second, maybe the third, fourth at most, when in reality, you might be the 444th. You were never there to know for sure, so you'll never truly know how many partners she's really had. So ladies, you should be careful before you start making accusations. My advice to you is to stop playing these games. Men aren't stupid. They understand everything, and they know all of this. And when you start telling stories about how men deceive you, please, take a look at yourselves first and what you are doing. As long as you continue to mislead men, men will mislead you in return. So, that's the podcast episode I have for you today. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please, it's very important to me